The release date of Alita Battle Angel was pushed back from late 2018 to February of 2019. So does that mean that it's not strong enough to go up against all that year-end competition? Alita is based off a manga series by Yukita Kishiro, and what happens is it takes place in the 26th century on Earth, where a huge battle has taken place, and now population lives divided. There's parts in the sky that live in this city, and it's the haves, and then the rest of everybody lives on the ground, and they're basically the have-nots or the workers. Rosa Salazar plays Alita, and she is doing a performance capture. And then what they do is they sent all of that to Weta Digital. And that means that the graphics are top notch. I mean, they are just nearly flawless, especially when you put them, that motion capture, or the performance capture really, up against a live human being that isn't special effects all done up. Alita definitely reminds me of other movies in look and feel. I mean, we have Elysium, Divergent, Speed Racer, Blade Runner, and Rollerball. Mahershala Ali is also doing his best Morpheus impression, but he's still good. I mean, his performances are good in the limited scenes that he's in. Christoph Waltz is awesomely understated because he is playing this doctor who fixes all kinds of people up, and he's also a surrogate father to Alita. He also has some hidden talents that you'll have to wait and see. Jennifer Connelly is great, also providing some emotional conflict in this. Rosa is definitely the standout though as Alita. She's fun to watch and she has some really good action scenes. And you figure she better be because she's the title character. In some of the beginning scenes of the film, I was like, what the crap is going on? This must be a terribly dangerous place to live because you see all of these people walking down the street and almost all of them in one way, shape, or form are missing some kind of appendage and it's been replaced by a robotic arm or robotic leg or they're full-on cyborg or whatever it is. And so I was like, wow, that really struck me as, yeesh, I'm not sure I want to live there. Some parts of the film are melodramatic and even cheesy, but I kind of am able to forgive them because it's a sci-fi based on a manga and I'm having a lot of fun watching it. Here's a question that struck me. Alita is a cyborg and we see her full mechanical body, but she also eats real food. So when the only orifices are your mouth, nose, and ears, what happens after you eat? Just a question to ponder there. Now, Robert Rodriguez, who directs, and James Cameron, who produces, they are no strangers to digitally created worlds. And in this, they did exactly that. They produced an awesome world for us to be just enveloped in. The camera work is fun and it really feels realistic. Whether you're going through heat vapor and you see just, you know, the camera bend, the light bend, or the ground shakes because of just some awesome battle scene. I mean, it all feels realistic and it just really draws you into it and like you're right there experiencing it. There is room for a sequel, but I'm not sure it's needed. I mean, the story would have to be super solid for it to really warrant one. Despite some of the cheesiness, melodrama, and even plot points that aren't fully developed, Alita is a fun watch and it's just a visual feast. The action is spectacular and I was tense through a lot of it. There are some emotional moments in it also, but it didn't really have the same effect on me as it does in some other movies. It's not to say that I wasn't intrigued or drawn into the story, it wasn't gonna make me tear up at certain moments that maybe it was supposed to. I'm not sure I would shell out the extra cash to see this in IMAX 3D. Now that's what I saw it in, and so it really enhanced the experience, but I don't think that you could go wrong watching it in 2D also. But if you do go to IMAX 3D occasionally, I think this one is one to see. There's no sex or nudity, there is some profanity, and there is a lot of violence. I had a blast watching Alita. I was really surprised at how fun it was and how much I just was drawn into the world. Rosa Salazar just totally sold me on the character, and I think she is the best part of the movie, and there are a lot of good parts in it. I give Alita Battle Angel 4.5 out of 5 couches. Have you read the manga? I'd love to know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this review, please give it a like. Also, don't forget to share with your friends and subscribe. I'm Chris. This is Movies and Munchies. Thanks for catching with me.